Hello everyone and welcome back to another Destiny video, where in today's video we talk about a Twitter response from a individual associated with Bungie. This user's name on X is DMG04. It might stand for damage, I have no clue. He is the principal comms manager at Destiny/Bungie. The response reads as follows: fully understand the lack of information is leading to a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Our teams are working to get you updated as soon as we can. Can't apologize enough. Heart emoji. Judging from the response to this tweet got, a lot of people believe that this tweet was damage control, and this user, this principal communications manager at Bungie specifically, does this regularly. With all of the recent silence, it's hard not to be black-pilled in relation to the situation. However, this is a sign that at least the backlash has gotten so bad that they've had to put out some sort of response to it. When you go to the comments of this post, it's much like the Destiny account post where people are fired up in the comments. If all of these reactions are 100% genuine, then you can see the unrest in the community, in the Destiny 2 community, which you can also see the Destiny 2 YouTubers talking about this stuff quite a bit because they realize that Destiny 2 is coming to the end of its lifespan. People like Astacross, Datto, Cacus, etc. Here's a brief clip of Astacross talking about it.
Not stress how significant Marathon actually is here, guys. This could be the lifeline that reinvigorates Bungie, that will bridge the gap between Destiny 2 and potentially its future, whatever that may be, a Destiny 3 or Destiny Forever. And hell, hopefully Marathon itself could just be a really good game. An extraction shooter that I might not necessarily call my home, but I could see myself returning to seasonally. But if this game flops, I hate to say it, but I think this may be it. Something that will affect Marathon directly, but also affect Destiny directly and just the studio as a whole.
I believe that what makes this worse is that Destiny specifically told the community that Marathon would not take away resources from Destiny, when in fact that is what ended up happening anyway. The lack of communication is one thing, but that stacked on top of it creates this kind of environment where people are going to continue to be angry because we know it's Marathon. We don't have to wonder. We don't have to guess. It's an open secret at this point that Bungie is relying on Marathon to keep their studio afloat, and so I will try to not talk about that as much in this video. If you go to the Steam charts for Destiny 2 and look at the 48-hour time frame, you can see that right now 14,000 players are playing with a 16,000 24-hour peak. Even when there were dry spells content-wise in Destiny 2, it would average twice this amount of players, which can lead me to only one conclusion, which is that the game is dying right now. Although the lack of communication is certainly a part of this decline, it is not entirely the sole reason for Destiny 2's decline, but you cannot deny that that is certainly a part of it. Back in June of 2024, when the final shape first came out, the number was something like 314,000 players. Come June this year, that number could be 5,000 players, if that. As some of the other Destiny YouTubers have mentioned, the final shape was supposed to be the end of the chapter of Destiny, the final DLC, and that's supposed to just be it, at least for this chapter of Destiny, which isn't to say that Destiny can't continue after this point. In fact, I think that many people are looking forward to a Destiny 3 and are hoping that Bungie is able to overcome this rough patch and begin to develop Destiny 3. Even though the chances of a Destiny 3 being developed look worse as time goes on, people still inevitably hold out hope. I myself, being too optimistic for my own good, also do hold out hope that a Destiny 3 will be developed one day. And moreover, also that the team and the developers developing that Destiny 3 are dedicated to it. A majority most likely believe that the Destiny that we knew and love is dead because of the departure and the layoffs of all of these staff, developers, team members, etc. But I believe that if they knock it out of the park and they really do good work with Destiny 3, that they will be forced to acknowledge that Bungie still has some potential there, that there's still some energy. If Bungie wants their studio to survive, I would say that a Destiny 3 is a safe bet. They could have initially wanted to make a Destiny 3, but I believe that it's entirely possible that Sony's acquisition of Bungie has forced them to create Marathon in Destiny 3's stead because it was a project that they were put up to, that they've already sunk these millions of dollars into, and so they have to move forward with it. And what I will say about Marathon is I do believe that ever since the initial negative press about Marathon, they are trying their best to give Marathon a identity. The Marathon franchise is based off of the older Marathon games, which to me look nothing like the new Marathon game that Bungie is currently making. But what I will say is that the factions is one thing that is a very interesting mechanic in that game. The fact that you can play for different factions with different goals. And so you'll have different teams going into the same extraction zone having different goals. And I find that to be compelling. On paper, that sounds like a very cool game mechanic, but we'll just have to see how it plays out in the game itself. The rumored open beta that Bungie is going to put out for Marathon is also a very big thing for them, because a lot of people are going to try out the game for the first time and see if it is worth purchasing or not. They have to be on top of all the bugs, all the tech issues. Everything has to be running at peak performance, optimal performance, so that nobody gets turned off because of bugs or glitches or anything like that. If the open beta is good, that will mean that there's a very possible chance that there will be very good word of mouth, and that will, at the very least, increase the chances of Marathon being a financial success. As for what that means for Destiny 2 and also the possibility of a Destiny 3, it's very possible that if Marathon is a financial success, Sony could end up giving them funding for Destiny 3. Or Bungie continues to update Marathon and put a lot of time and energy and effort into Marathon if it persists, if it continues, and they let Destiny go to the wayside. And they might come back to it sometime in the future, although there is no real guarantee at that point. The only way we figure out how committed Bungie is to the Destiny franchise at this moment in time is to see how they continue to handle this Destiny 2 roadmap situation. The ball is in Bungie's court currently, and there's nothing more that can be said in a speculative manner that hasn't already been said, whether it be through official Destiny accounts or the accounts of official Bungie communications managers. The updates on this situation will slowly and tortuously trickle and drop down from the leaky faucet until this specific chapter in Destiny, this chapter in Bungie, comes to its conclusion. Leave a comment and tell me what you think about the situation. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and I will see you all in the next video. God bless.